Number 1. In science, students were conducting a lab experiment to determine the number of drops of water that will fill certain containers. The data collected by a group of students is shown in the table below. Which equation best represents the relationship between X, the drops of water, and Y, the water volume in milliliters? So what are you doing to X to get to Y? Number 2. For every 2 hours, there are 7,200 seconds. Which equation best represents the number of seconds S in a given number of H hours? So my suggestion is to make a T-chart. For 1 hour, how many seconds? For 2 hours, we know there's 7,200 seconds. And then you can look and see what you're doing to get from X to Y. Number 4, which graph best represents the points as the vertices of a rectangle? So which one of these graphs goes over 3.75 and goes down negative 4.25? Over 3 3/4 and up on 1, and so forth. Number 5. The graph below shows the number of words per minute that Paola types. Which of the following statements is true about the relationship represented on the graph? A. The number of minutes is the dependent quantity because it depends on the number of words. B. The number of words is the dependent quantity because it depends on the number of minutes. C. The number of minutes is the independent quantity because it is represented on the y-axis. Or D, the number of words is the independent quantity because it is represented on the y-axis. Number 6, in which quadrant would be the point 3.6 and negative 4 to be located? F, quadrant 4, G, quadrant 3, H, quadrant 2, or J, quadrant 1? The graph below shows the relationship between the side length of a regular hexagon and its perimeter. Which table best represents the relationship between the side length of a regular hexagon X and its perimeter Y? Make a T-chart. And then match the T-chart that you make from the graph to one of the answer choices below. Number 10. Graph 1 and 2 are shown below represent relationships that have different rules. Based on the information in graph 1 and 2, which statement is true? F, graph 2 represents a multiplicative relationship because a value is multiplied by 10 and it includes the ordered pair 0, 0. G, graph 1 represents a multiplicative relationship because a value is multiplied by 3 and it includes the ordered pair 0, 0. H, graph 2 represents an additive relationship because a value of 10 is added and it includes the ordered pair 0, 0. Or J, graph 1 represents an additive relationship because a value of 3 is added and its graph does not include the ordered pair, 0, 0. Number 11, large Texas oranges weigh 1/2 pound each. Which graph represents the relationship between the number of oranges N and the weight of pounds P? Make a T-chart. N for the number of oranges, P for pounds. 1 orange weighs how much? 2 orange weigh how much? And then match the graph to your T-chart. Number 13, Karen orders her groceries from a store that charges her $5 extra to deliver the groceries to her home. Which of the following shows the relationship between the cost of Karen's groceries and the amount of her bill? So whatever groceries she buys, they add an extra $5. So if she spends $12 on her groceries, then you add $5 for delivery to get her total. So you should make a T-chart of the amount she spends on her groceries and then add $5 to get her total. Does your T-chart match this T-chart? Does it match the graph? Does it match the equation? Or do none of them match? D, not here.